Hello, my little subjects. Indeed, 'tis I, your king, Henry VIII. On this day, I shall be doing as I promised. For I did say that I was to react to some quizzes. So therefore, this is exactly what I shall do. So, let us get into it. Okay, this one is called, if you get a 10 out of 10 on this quiz, Henry VIII won't behead you. Well, no promises. What? I'm sorry. I am Henry VIII. I'm not going to behead myself. No. So many ads, good God. Okay, let's focus on this, right? Let's start off easy. How many wives do King Henry VIII have? I'm on Catherine Parr right now. Yeah, so 6. I had 6. Yeah, okay. Why did Henry VIII think his first marriage was cursed? Because Catherine was previously married to my brother. What do you expect? There were many reasons. Okay, I'm sorry. 1 second. I need to get rid of these ads. But I can't. So, right now. That works. Yeah, that works. Okay, there we go. Much better. Correct. Catherine of Aragon was once married to Arthur, Prince of Wales. There were many reasons why Henry VIII wanted a divorce from Catherine of Aragon. She hadn't given birth to a living male heir, she was getting older, and Boleyn had caught his eye among them. Henry VIII thought that he was being punished since Catherine was briefly married to his brother. Okay, yeah, I kind of did do that, but like, come on. Who was Elizabeth I's mother? She became queen? Oh no. And Boleyn, obviously. I'm an idiot. It's my own child. Which present-day country was Anne of Cleves from? Germany. Correct. Anne's birthplace was in what is now present-day Germany. Obviously, she's from Cleves. Who had the shortest lasting marriage? Anne of Cleves. I don't even go finish that question. I know it's Anne of Cleves and I was right. Perhaps I should there so you can actually see my face. How old was Edward VI, Henry VIII's son and heir, when he died? My son died? Oh, well, no, I kind of already knew that, but he was 15, wasn't he? Yeah, 15. Okay. Where's Henry VIII interred? Where am I interred? Where am I buried? I'm going to say Windsor. I was correct! St. George's Chapel. So they did bury me next to Jane. Oh my god. Perfect. Oh god. Who was Mary I married to? Philip II of Spain. Why of all people Spanish person? Who was the Pope when Henry tried to get a divorce from his first wife? Pope Clement. Clement VII, yes. I was right. Who was sent to the throne after the death of Elizabeth I? None of these are Tudors. And they're Scottish. All of them are Scottish. Why are they Scottish? I'm gonna say James, right? Oh, James, great. Oh, that was the end, apparently. 10 out of 10. Henry VIII's new favourite person. I've always been my own favourite person. Congrats, you did so well on this quiz that Henry VIII now loves you. Oh wait, you should probably run away before you... Oh god. I thought I was Henry VIII. Okay, that's where I'll cut it. unfold a medieval story to reveal what your fate as Henry VIII's spouse would tragically been. Okay. If I married myself, what would happen to me? Let's see. What autumn food do you enjoy most at a feast? Roast turkey. Absolutely. No. There we go. How would you react to the king's religious reforms? Openly oppose them, pretend to support them while secretly disagreeing. Oh, no, sorry, what's going on? Oh, sorry, restarted. Huh? Okay, let's just redo my first answer. Back to the reforms question. In line with the reforms, obviously, because they're my reforms, and I agree with them, literally. What best describes your personality? I would say ambitious and strategic. I mean, I did reign for many years. I have no choice but to be. Which activity would you most enjoy in the royal court? Managing the royal household affairs, leading charity initiatives, exploring the arts and culture, practicing diplomacy with foreign emissaries, influencing political decisions behind the scenes, or flirting and socializing with courtiers? And I choose the last one. How do you think I got most of my wives? Obviously. Which type of dwelling would you prefer to reside in? Obviously, a royal and grand inherited estate. Like, come on, that's not even a question. How would you handle a potential scandal involving the king? Leverage the scandal to your advantage in court. What would be your ideal pet in a medieval castle? A cat, a dog, an owl, another cat, another dog, or a horse? Dog. Obviously. Go hunting. And how would you describe your interactions with the court ladies in the royal court? Engage in gossip, charm and engage, genuine friendships. Yes. Beheaded because you did not approve of his policy. And a big paragraph. In a time of spiritual upheaval and shifting ideologies, your unwavering beliefs and refusal to compromise sealed your fate. Okay. So I got beheaded, apparently. Just sad. I mean, look. That is just sad. I don't want to be beheaded. I guess I'm blind and die, but still. Let's see. No. What's this? No. That's not what I'm looking for. Which of Henry VIII's wives am I? Which one of my wives, what I should be saying. Let's get into it. What is your best personality trait? I'm hardworking, I'm wise, I'm clever, I'm friendly, I'm kind. Is there an all of the above? Okay, well I'll say wise, because I am. What is your worst personality trait? Absolutely none of them. I'm too stubborn, really. That's what I'll say. What's your favorite color? Purple. It's royal, it's expensive, it's regal. Everything about purple. Ignore the fact that I'm wearing all red, though. Which animal is your favorite? An owl, a dolphin, a lion, a giraffe, a koala bear, or a monkey? Koala. Absolutely. Which of these queens do you admire the most? Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Mary I, Queen Mary II, Queen Anne, or Queen Elizabeth II? Who are these people? I take it none of them were I take it that none of them reigned before I was alive, because I don't know any of them. I will have to say Victoria, though, because she sounds normal. country do you most want to visit? France, Spain, Greece, Italy, Japan, or the USA? I do not know what the USA is. So I will likely say Italy. Because France is my enemy. Although, France, because I can invade them. Obviously. What frightens you the most? Death? And leave a good look at the rest, just death. Which home would you choose to live in? They all look rather nice. But this one, absolutely this one. Which of these shows is your favourite? Friends, The Crown, Game of Thrones. What is Game of Thrones? It sounds like someone talking about the Wars of the Roses. I'm going to say The Crown, because that's what I have. Which book or book series is your favourite? I know none of these, but I would like to say Hunger Games, because I'm always starving. And finally, which of Henry VIII's wives? Jane Seymour, that's my favourite. I'm not a horse, right? Because it says that I am Anne of Cleves. You often come across as quiet at first, but you are friendly and nice when people get to know you. I am not Anne of Cleves. I will make it so. I am not Anne of Cleves. Whoever made this quiz? Poppy. Watch your head. Okay? Ooh, are you more Henry VIII, Edward VI, Mary I, or Elizabeth I? The images aren't there anymore. Let's find another one. Okay, so I got a new quiz on a different website. Unfortunately, the rest of these quizzes should not be BuzzFeed. So, let's get into it. How many wives did Henry VIII have? 1, 6, 0, or 8? 6, obviously. How old was Edward VI when he became king? 9, obviously. How many dresses did Elizabeth I own? Over 1,000, obviously. She's like me, she's for the fashion. Oh, how are you feeling today? Bored. No, grumpy would be better. No, oh crap. It accidentally made me answer a different question. And the war Henry VII won was the War of the Roses, not the Second World War. Let it be known that I got that question right, and that I didn't mean to choose what I chose. That it was a fraud and I was set up. Which of these people was not a Tudor? Charles Darwin, obviously. How long was Lady Jane Grey queen for? She was supposed to take over after Elizabeth, but I am told that clearly, based on those past quizzes, she did not. Well, I would hope 8 years. 9 days, I'm going to say. Who was the groom of the stool in Henry VIII's court? The guy who cleaned Henry's throne, the guy who looked over Henry's horses, the guy who wiped Henry's bottom. Yes, there we go. What was the name of the theatre where William Shakespeare performed his plays? The Globe. What is a cockatrice? Yes, it was a dish where they got a pig, and they was sew like a pig's head to a chicken's body, and maybe put on some other animal's feet. It was rather fun. You could eat it. We did eat it. How did the Tudors keep clean? You rub your skin with linen cloth. Oh, apparently I'm an expert. I shall take another quiz. This one is, how well do I know him? I am him. I became king in 1509, and I was 17. Henry VIII's nickname was Old Copper-Nose. Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it was. By the time he passed away, how many palaces did he have? I think 50, really. I had a lot. Which year did Henry found the Church of England? I want to say 1534. That's when I founded it, right? I believe so. Who was Henry VIII's first wife? Catherine of Aragon. Who was his last wife? Catherine Parr. How many children did he have? 3. Well, no. I had 3 legitimate children, yes. But I had more than that. Who was my father? Henry VII. How many of Henry's 6 wives were executed? 2. Obviously. Yeah, we got 10 out of 10. Good. Is it Catherine Howard quiz? Oh my god, I am taking that one. I'm sorry. Who was Catherine Howard's royal husband? Me, obviously. What number wife was Catherine Howard? 5. Henry married Catherine was immediately after discovering Anne of Cleves, divorcing Anne of Cleves. True or false? True. It's true. Which of these apps do you use? Oh, that's a different question. I'm not answering that. Catherine Howard was the cousin of one of Henry's other wives. Which one? Anne Boleyn. What happened to Catherine Howard in the end? She was beheaded. There's a song and a musical. What do you want to do? Why did Henry have her beheaded? She cheated on me. Obviously, she had an affair. How many of Henry's wives are called Catherine? I had Catherine Berrigan. 3, right? I think I had 3. The youngest, 34 years younger. Yes, she was a lot younger. When Henry married Catherine, he was in great physical health, massively overweight with horrible leg problems. I'm sorry, a bassist in a rock and roll band. What? Yeah, I got 10 out of 10. Good. And with that, my little subjects, I do say farewell.